is a spring.
There's a lot of horror stories, but there's also a lot of people that maximize national forests right next to a 30 or a 40 acre piece.
That ends to just a bunch of woods back there, but that'll lead you over to national forest as well.
Freedom in Missouri. Oh, beautiful back roads in Missouri, man. Love the mountain views, pretty farms. Of course, not right here at this moment, but you get the idea. Rolling hills, cattle farms, it's all good. Here we got a little river. Oh, nice, a creek. Beautiful day. Nobody tailgating me. Nobody in front of me. Just me and the road and the beauty.
Alrighty, so what we are going to be looking at here is this red shape over here and then the blue shape down here as well. So these two red pieces I've already sold, and then across the road that green one I've already sold.
And where are we at now?
We're right here at that entrance there. So we're going to come down this road and then end up in the 70. I'll probably take us out here first, up on top of that ridge.
Okay, so here's a look at the 58.5 acre piece. Here's the listing with Living the Dream. This is one of the two we're looking at today. This is the Mine Road, that really cool road. There's a lot of ridgetop on the 58. I'll show you the 30 and the 40, which I think is down here. I think just below the 58. I'll try to get you maps of that, but this will give you an idea of the 58. Pretty cool scrubby country. I love scrubby country. I don't know why. I just love it. It's a lot of what Missouri is. It's a lot of natural oaks and pines mixed, and of course you got your cedar trees. This was obviously in the winter time, but we're going to take a look at this depending on where in the video. Here's a ridgetop. I mean, you can make a whatever 400, 500, 600 yard shooting range here if you wanted to on this piece, or a little airplane runway. But it's a pretty cool piece. Both of these we're looking at today, that's pretty cool, are very affordable yet and functional chunks of ground that you could still afford, you know, being in middle class and that. So that's why I look at this stuff, to share it with you and decide what our next move's going to be. All right, here's a look at the 70 acre piece that we're looking at today also. Viburnum, Missouri. This is the creek we're going to see, or we already have, depending on where we're at in the video. Definitely not a bad piece of ground for being affordable still. Look at a couple of pictures quick. So his point is that a person could get all three of these. So this is the 70, and that 58 is right on top of it. All right, here is the three of these parcels together. The 58 is roughly, I think, about like this, okay? And then here you got the 30, and then here's the 40. So even though they're two different property owners, this could be a really nice chunk of ground. And in today's video, so the driveway for the 30 and the 40, the main access is going to be here. You're going to see that, but this will give you a better visual. I'm telling you, I like these parcels for deer hunting parcels. They're very affordable. Any one of these three, or all of them, or two of them. So this will give you a visual of what they look like. And here's the mine road right here. This is a little chunk on the north side of it, which you could sell off as a building lot for a little bonus. But let's continue on. So a person could combine all three. And he said they got some really nice buck pictures there. And here's the creek. That's pretty. That's really pretty. Yep, I recognize that. From a matter of fact, I talk in this video about this particular spot being national forest and the pros and cons of having it right next to your property. Man, that's pretty. Okay, let's get back into the video and complete today's property tour. But beautiful, beautiful scenery. So it's the blue one and then that top red one?
Yep.
Okay. Was this a mining ground or something at some point?
It could have been possibly before they had it. Since they've had it, they had all this ground over here. And then they, like I said, they did like truck mudding out here in this field. All around us is stuff that's owned by the mine. Probably not that road, of course, as well, was the mine's road. But as far as I know, all this has is mineral rights. I don't remember any of these not having mineral rights when I sold them.
Right here? Yeah, that's a deer track. Could be a buck. It's a little slimy to say for sure. Maybe it's a big doe. Then there's another dog track or something.
Yeah, there's a couple of them in here that are.
I have both on my side, deer and a dog.
Walking over here too. It's funny. The clay at least lets you see what it is pretty well.
Yeah, I've seen mine properties that look like this where they probably strip the top off, would be my guess.
Yeah. We're gonna head down there next, but I'll take us out over here.
Now, are we on either of the parcels yet?
We're on the 58 acre one.
58 acre.
Yep. We're gonna go right through the middle of it over here.
Which one has the water?
The 70.
Okay.
Well, it might be kind of neat would be to, because there's so much clay in the ground here, you might be able to take it down the hill and dam you up something on that creek or over in here. This is like a big ravine over here. It's raining on us.
I know. I was say.
Man, over the weekend I looked at the forecast. It's like every day for a week. It's like chance of rain. I'm like, I thought we were done with the rain.
Yeah, me too. I was loving that sunny 80 stretch.
Yeah.
Pretty views.
Fine. 100 is for the birds.
Yeah, I agree. Pretty views. Nice.
It's pretty washed out in here. So.
Oh yeah. All right, so here we're running the road frontage on the 58 acre piece. It's really cool. I love these old mining roads because it's paved and that's awesome. And as you'll see here, there's a big steel cable along the whole property line here because it used to be a mining company. So that's kind of cool. There's nobody going to get a vehicle in here and come and trespass on you. We're going down to the entrance. There's 2 entrances here that this 58 can access. We'll see the second entrance later, but he just wanted to give me a feel for the road frontage on what it looks like. No houses here, no mobile homes, no like pressure, nothing like that. So this is a really nice stretch of road frontage for this 58 acre parcel.
That's the other positive about this one, cell service out here.
Yeah, that's nice.
Down on the bottom you probably won't get much of it, but up on the top you do.
Nice quiet road, that's for sure.
I have seen some neighbors run up and down this road. I stopped to talk with one of them last time. He was on a 4-wheeler feeding his cattle, so he's got somewhere over here. He seemed like a nice guy.
So this is the 58 over here?
Yeah.
Cable fence.
Yep. Right about here, this is where everything on that side of the road, the right side, when we were coming down that road, was that 58. Now we're coming down, we're going to drop into the 70. Okay. We'll kind of go down the line a little bit, and then we'll shoot into the middle of it. We'll do a big loop down there.
So that blue one is the 70?
Yep. There's actually 2 parcels there. There's a 30 and a 40. The 30 is on the Crawford County side, and the 40 is on the Iron County side.
Okay, so we're going to cruise through this 70. It's actually gated off in the middle because he's selling it possibly in 2 different parcels, although it would be a really nice single parcel. Yes, it's old mining ground and it's been logged, but here again, you're in that like 2,000-ish per acre price range. And for that kind of money, this could be a really decent piece of property, either the 70 or the 58. Now they do have shared access, you know, but that's only for a short distance from the road until you hit these parcels. And the beauty is that, okay, the shared access is before you get to these. So once you get to these parcels, you don't share access with anyone. So let's take a look at this. He's got a nice loop road. We're going to see the year-round creek on this 70 and see what that looks like also. You could see in the background, though, there are some pretty views. We are kind of in the mountain country here in the Ozarks.
Down this main road, we came into that chain area and then made our way down this main road. There's an electrical easement that runs through here as well, so you can pull power all the way down here if you want to. One little creek.
So here's the gate I mentioned. There's a 30 and a 40 on this 70. I don't remember which one here. This is at the end. But here again, if you can only afford to buy one chunk, at the end of the road is what you want, whether this is the 30 or the 40. I think the year-round creek is on this parcel. So this would be ideal because, yeah, you might share this up until the gate, but then you're solo back here at the very end. But this person is selling both of these. That's kind of why there's a gate there. But that explains it because he bought like the 30 first and then he added the 40 to the mix. But anyways, let's continue on. So that's the access to the 40, what we just came on.
Yeah, he's selling both of these together. He had just originally bought the 40 first and then he bought the 30 later, and that's why that gate's there. Down here, campsite area. Got a picnic table and stuff. Here's this creek right here. Nice solid rock bottom here. This runs like right through the middle of the property here. My camo out of the way. So it starts up here in National Forest. There's got to be a spring up there somewhere, and it runs kind of diagonal through the property, and then on through, on through in there.
Is it proposed? Is it supposed to be year-round, or is it dry up?
I have yet to see this thing dry. And it looks like, you know, it looks like it's flowing still. There's some stuff swimming around in there, so that's a good sign.
Yep.
That will.
That stake there.
I think that he was planning on doing like an outhouse or something over here.
Okay.
About the size of an outhouse, I suppose.
Yeah. Seen something looked like took off up there, maybe a deer.
I'm sure there's deer up here. Spring
Is
maybe
that
right
a
there?
cistern? Yeah.
There might be a little spring there.
That is a spring. Oh, be darned. Yeah, that's a spring right there. That's pretty. Is that the same creek
Yep,
there?
same creek.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Now
I'll take a look at that.
we're like right on the line. So over here, like what we're looking at over here is going to be National Forest over here.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Okay, so if you've been with us for a while, this is the age-old argument. Right here, we're looking at National Forest. Beautiful, beautiful creek, very remote. There's pluses and there's minuses. The biggest plus is that if this is remote and hard to get to, where people can't take a four-wheeler in, which that's illegal in the National Forest, this borders your land. So you can go all the way to your 30 or 40 here, and you can access this National Forest as your own extended property. Of course, you know, that means other people can get in, but they got to get in from a, you know, whatever, half mile away and hike their way all the way in just to get to your property line. And I'm telling you, this is steep and rocky, rugged country. So there's a lot of horror stories, but there's also a lot of people that maximize national forests right next to a 30 or a 40 acre piece that really expands their opportunity. So just food for thought right here. You'll see this little yellow sign that's a boundary marker right there. Could be good, could be bad, but this is a pretty cool parcel right here.
this a loop trail?
Yep. Loop around.
So as you can imagine, in my mind, I even said it, I'm like, man, this trail could use a bush hog. I'm thinking like how cool it would be for a crisp, brand new trail system, some brand new microplot openings, some new deer towers, maybe a couple watering ponds. But that's me. I've done this a long time and that. But when you do look for land, you got to think of that stuff. You got to think, okay, what changes can I make? How can I make positive changes to this kind of blank canvas piece of ground? So you're only limited by your imagination and your budget when it comes to land management. And a lot of this stuff you can do with a chainsaw and a little small tractor or something. It just takes longer. I mean, but I've done it. I started with just hand tools doing this stuff. So let's continue on.
Blackberries in here. The last time I was over here was a few weeks ago, and this was just like full of blackberries, man. Yeah. This little trail dead ends to just a bunch of woods back there, but that'll lead you over to National Forest as well. Now we're on the downhill stretch.
You don't keep the chainsaw in here.
Sometimes I do. This guy's got a four-wheeler, so he doesn't keep it as wide as some of the other ones. Gone that way.
Okay.
So the 70 is right, we just came off the 70.
Yep, and now we're on this 58 and a half.
So the 70 is the last guy.
Yep.
So nobody drives through the 70.
Correct, yep. And this is right on the line of the tracks. We try not to, like if we split something up, we try to avoid the whole, oh, I drive right through the middle of somebody to get
Right.
This is the best option, is to make the line the road. That way there's a distinct line, you know.
I agree. I mean, that's a pretty decent hunting parcel there.
It is, yeah. That's how you get in and out of that 70.
Okay.
And that's also that line of the 58 and a half.
All right, I like this road, man. I love these old mining roads that are paved.
Yep.
I love it.
day in the woods.
Beautiful, man. Well, I appreciate the tour, buddy.
Oh yeah, no problem.
I'll let you know if we want to talk on some.
I like that first one's got some potential.
Oh, absolutely.
This one does as well. It's just this
Absolutely.
one, there's a little less timber out here for sure.
You know,